Right. Good day and welcome to another exciting time on Ebony World TV. I'm sorry, my voice is a bit husky today. I think I had some program on Friday night, and this has affected my voice, so I'm going to be doing it softly today. All right, I've left it a little bit too late today, but I have not forgotten all my fans that have always been trooping and coming to this channel. Thank you once again for making me to get to the 3,000 subscribers. It has not been easy. With your help and your support, I've been able to hit the 3,000 subscribers. Right. If you're having any difficulty in the sound or in any of the quality of the stream, please endeavor to let me know so that I can adjust the system. Today we're going to be discussing about deed of assignment. Okay, why do we need deed of assignment? Deed of assignment, I'm going to take you through to sorry, I'm having my ears is itching me. I think it's because of I got a little bit tired from the program on Friday, and it's actually affected my voice and it's affecting my ears as well. Okay, so I'm sorry if good evening, Adedapo. Welcome to today's show. I'm not feeling too well today, so it's really affecting my voice. Is a bit husky today, and please bear with me. I'm not going to stay very long. Why did I bring this program up? Okay, why did I bring the topic deed of assignment? A lot of people have been scammed, and a lot of people have been swindled. You remember the objective of this forum is to reduce and minimize the risk that we will be having in terms of the purchase of properties that we are buying, or we are going to be purchasing from people in Nigeria. People are very wicked and very thank you very much. Thank you. People are very wicked. They do anything. They don't care what they don't care what the implication and the temerity of what they are doing. All they are after is money. Please bear with me. I will try as much as possible to put my message across to you today. But like I said, I went for a program all night service on some Friday, and plus the Thanksgiving that we did in today, so has really affected me. So I will try my possible best to put a lot of information across to you. So I've heard a lot of heartache stories in terms of people being defrauded. Remember, the main objective of this forum is to prevent our people that are based abroad, you and I, the hustlers that are based abroad. You and I work hard for our money. You and I, we do a lot of hard work to get to where we are at the moment. We do a lot of hard work, and some of the proceeds of that we want to make sure that we get something back home. But these hoodlums, these good for nothing people, they just want to scam, and they are getting away with it, and they are scamming a lot of people. We want to prevent, we want to minimize, we want to stop them, we want to stop their activities, and that's why I put up this forum. So what we have today, why you need deed of assignment. This is very, very crucial and important to your purchasing the rightful ownership of the land or the property that you are buying. I've had a lot of bad experience. Even if when you have purchased the land several years down the line, people will still turn up and come and ask you for the authenticity of the land which you bought for 5 years, or for 10 years, for 20 years. Even when you have finished building your house, it doesn't take you it doesn't cost you much for you to investigate the ownership and the authenticity, the legitimacy of the land or the house that you are buying from people. Please, I don't want you to get scammed. We don't want people to work hard for several years abroad, and in the end they say, what does it profit a man who gains the whole world and forfeit his life? It's the same thing. The scripture is the same thing to who work hard abroad. You and I work hard for our money. You and I take the scorching sun, the terrain where we operate from, the snow and winter period, in the wintry condition. We work hard. We borrow money. We deny ourselves of so many things, and we get this money, and then some hoodlums, some hoodlums who are good for nothing wants to take our money. So let me take you straight away to what we want to discuss today. Right. What is, bear with me. Right. Number one, they want to know the difference between ratification and ratification. Please take note of the two words which I'm using here: ratification and ratification of title to land. Ratification, rectify ratification is taken from the word rectify, and ratification of title to the land. Okay, right? Deed of ratification, all right, and deed of ratification. So if you're just coming in, you're hearing this for the first time, take note. You need to know how this is done. Okay, you need to know at what stage do you need this deed of ratification or deed of rectification, when you want to purchase a land or when you want to buy a house. Okay, so bear with me. Right, please don't be confused. Okay, ratification and ratification means two separate things, but they sound alike. Ratification means to correct. Ratification means to rectify, to correct an error on a document. Ratification means to correct an error on a document or title document, while ratification means giving formal consent, giving your formal consent to a contrast or agreement, to a contract or an agreement, thereby making it valid official document. So what we are driving at today is to get an official document from the people that you are purchasing your land from. You don't get me wrong, we have been talking about bricks, we've been talking about sharp sand, we've been talking about cement in the past couple of days, weeks and months. But this is an equally important factor in terms of you like laying your hand on the land, having the genuinity and the ownership, taking claim of the land that you are buying. Okay, right, let me go further. Right, the title deed, to understand ratification of the land, of the title of land, which differs from ratification of title to land. We have to understand what a land title means, so we do not comprehend it quite easily, so that we can comprehend it quite easily. Okay, land title is defined as the right of ownership, to claim a person has over the property. Land title may defined as the right or ownership that a person has over a property. It simply means for you to claim land title, you must show other people the right you have over the land. If the land has been willed to you by your late grandfather, or you bought it from somebody, from another person, and they handed over the title document of the land, if there is a dispute on the land, or court judgment awarded you the land as the owner, you need to show this title is the proof that you own a land that you want to sell on. To determine what title the person has over the property, the buyer must inspect the available document, and the seller is relying on to initiate the transaction. If you are to get the land, it is to determine what the title of a person has over the property. A prospective buyer must inspect the available document the seller is relying on to initiate the transaction. We have three types of title documents. We have three types of several types of documents. However, for the purpose of this discussion, we are going to examine three basic types of the title document. Right? This can be regarded as the most basic kind of title document, as it is the most common. Upon the completion of a property transaction, it is expected that a deed of assignment be executed between the parties as proof and evidence that title has been passed from the assigner to the assignee. Okay, that is from the sellers to the buyer. It is expected that a deed of assignment be executed between the parties, that is the buyer and the seller. This title has been passed from assigner to the assignee, that is from the sellers to the buyer. For example, Mr. Olanrewaju has decided to purchase a land from Mr. Olaosebikan in Iju. it is expected that the deed of assignment must be executed between Mr. Olaosebikan and Mr. Olanrewaju, both parties, upon completion of the transaction, showing that the property now belongs to Mr. Olanrewaju. All right. If you are coming to, they have received disturbing news during the week, and I need to make us very clear. People are being defrauded. 10 million naira. There was a land that was purchased 3 years ago by one man. I'm not going to mention the name here. They have done the foundation, they have done the raft, they have done the German floor, they've done the decking. They were now on the first floor. They were at the lintel level of the first floor. It's a 3-story building. And then the government task force impounded the building and took all the workmen away. Of course, our friend is based abroad. They said the land was not legitimately sold. The land has been sold to 4 different people within the last 5 years. It was a disturbing news. We don't want our people to fall victim of this. It was a disturbing news. The young man has paid them all the necessary fee. They did a fake document. Our man have lost his money. The man, by the time the man knew what happened, the task force have sealed the compound. They've locked the gate, and they took all the workmen on the site. They took them away and they went to go and lock them, because there's one owner who is disputing, has filed a case in court. The land is situated in Lekki. To those of you who are familiar with Lagos very well, the man purchased the land, if I'm right, is it 10 million or 15 million? I can't remember the figure. Very big amount of money. Why do we have to go through this when you did not take the proper precautions so that you don't lose your money? And I can guarantee you, the young man must have borrowed this money. None of us that work abroad have a pot of money stored in our house. It's either we borrow the money or we sell something to raise the cash. And having raised the cash, he's bought the land from fake land agents in Nigeria. Fake land agents. He did not only that, they always worry him. The Omonile has always been disturbing him. So he pays more. He pays every now and then that they want to do some work on the land. Now in the end, he has lost. The case is in court right now. The man is abroad. Who has that energy? When it is just phone call. Most of us, we don't have time. We don't go home. We do not even need to go home. If the proper plan, the proper investigation was done, he would not have found himself in this precarious, difficult situation. The money cannot be, he couldn't find the people that sold the land. They've spent the money. Many people have got themselves in a messy land dispute at the moment. And we are saying, people, before you put your money down, your hard-earned money, please find out. We are just hearing so many stories, bad stories coming out from Lagos. Not only Lagos. Once they know that you are abroad and you don't have a clue of what the land issue is about, they play on your intelligence, they play on your gullibility, they play on your innocence, they play on your softness. Please do not fall victim. As many of us that have already purchased a land and that we're building a house at the moment, you need to go and regularize your papers before it is too late. You need to go and start connect button and find out the source of the land. Make sure that you get the valid document for your land right now before it is too late. This man did not know he's based in one country that I will not mention. He has put down so much money. I don't know how he's going to get his money back. Definitely cannot get. Let me be honest with you. Some of these prime locations in Lagos, people are just not thinking and finding and investigating property properly. Prime locations like Lekki, Victoria Land, Lagos mainland. When you hearing that people are selling land, please slow down. I know you want to get something back home. Slow down. Don't rush to put money down. Don't rush to put any money down to buy anything, because in the end they are looking for people that are based abroad, that they know that before they would think of coming home, they will look at the cost of the ticket first before going home. Anyway, that is enough. That is just a digression. Let me carry on with the deed and assignment. Right, sorry, bear with me. Just 1 minute. Right, in the event that Mr. Olanrewaju in the nearest future decides to put the property up for sale, say for example you want to sell, you build a house now, or you purchase the land, you don't want to build it, you kept it away, you kept it for a while, you will need to rely on the deed of assignment as the land title document when dealing with a new prospective buyer. Right. Deed of assignment. This is the document that shows particular area of the land that belongs to. Sorry, wait, that's survey plan. Sorry about that. Just 1 minute. Right, okay. I'm trying to get. Sorry, bear with me. I'm receiving a call. Sorry about that. Right, so the deed of assignment, okay. I'm just going to. Right. Right, the deed of assignment is different. Could be discussed. It could be. You need to, when you get your deed of assignment, or somebody wants to sell a land for you, you need to look out for certain things. Errors can be discovered in the deed of assignment. The names could be misspelled. Spelling fake documents to be able to get the original document. You need to check the spelling of the names, the spelling of the area, the spelling of the address details, whether they are complete. You need to, whether the names, the parties, the errors in location, the property, the execution of the document. Ratification of such error depends on whether the deed of assignment is registered or not. You need to check whether it's a registered document. When you get a deed of assignment, you need to contact the land registry. Don't rush. Even if you don't have time, pay somebody some money to go and find out at the town planning authority office at the local government. If the document is not registered, then the ratification process becomes quite very simple, as all that is required for the assignee or buyer is to get his lawyer to prepare a new deed of assignment showing all correct information and have the document executed, signed against the parties. So when you want to buy, you need to get a lawyer. So for example, you are the one who is just coming, you are the assignee who wants to buy the land. You need to get the service of a lawyer who can help you find out. Don't say the money that the lawyer is going to get is too much. Is to regularize things for you right from the beginning. The deed of assignment is the rightful document that you can lay hold on. Some people get receipt. They use receipt, but receipt is not enough. I wasn't a victim of this, but I've been given a receipt of the land, and nothing. I had to go and do a deed of assignment. And let me warn you. There's one of the tactics some of the landowners and omonile always use. Once they know that you are not in the country, they will be deferring. They will be using delay tactics. The day you want a receipt, they will say bring this. They will say bring 200,000. They might say bring 500, depending on the value of the land. They will be using delay tactics. You and I are hustlers. We work hard for our money. You don't have time for all this. They will delay you so that you will not get the rightful document for your land. But if you know what you want, you can employ the service of a lawyer or solicitor to help you investigate whether that land is a government acquisition, whether that land is already been sold for several number of people, whether that land there is a charge on the land. You can do this. Please don't get yourself wrong. Don't get yourself messed up by this. I have had a bad story this week, and I felt so bad for the person who has gone through all this. Right. Where are we? In the case of a deed of assignment that has been registered by the register of title, the process becomes a bit difficult for the purpose of we shall be examining ratification for you. I can examine ratification of a registered deed of assignment when the deed of assignment has been registered by a registrar. In the case of that this has been registered by a registrar of title, the process becomes very difficult. For the purpose of this, you need to get the service of a solicitor, because they have checked and they realize that something is wrong with the document at the town planning. Deed of ratification. Right. Deed of ratification is a document executed by the parties for the purpose of correcting errors in previous deed. This only applies for error in registered document. Okay. In ratifying a deed, there are certain requirements that must be fulfilled, as well as certain documents that must accompany the draft deed of ratification. Your lawyer will draft a deed. There are certain few documents needs to come with it. Okay. Application letter addressed to the permanent secretary, Land Bureau. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. Then the receipt that you used to you were given when you purchased the land, right? And the survey plan. You need the survey plan. You need the survey plan. Okay. You need the survey plan to be able to complete the certificate of to complete the survey. Right. My throat is really killing me today. I believe you would like to bear with me. I don't want to stress my voice too much. But please, if you have any questions or query, please can you send it through my WhatsApp number. I'm really struck. I didn't want to disappoint you guys today. That's why I just came. I'm not going to stay very long, but let me be very precise with you. I am really stressing this very well. Please, when you are buying a land or buying a property, please do your own work and do your research properly so that you do not lose your money. I had that's when the story that I had today really grieves my heart. And then a few stories that came during the week. Young man also have changed contractors twice on one project, yet they keep collecting and defrauding him. He has spent over 40 million naira on a wing duplex. Right, this is the bad story which I heard during the week, and it grieves my heart. Please, we work hard for our money. This issue of being defrauded by these idiots back home needs to stop. You and I are hustlers. We know how difficult, after paying our bills, paying this, paying that, how difficult it could be to set aside money and to build a house, or to set aside money and to buy land, to set aside money and to get something going in Nigeria or in Africa. We are all hustlers. Please make sure that you make a lot of researches and questioning. Please question them. Though it is your money, it's not easy to put this money together. When they say, why did you question? Say that's the way I want it. Now, do not let anybody tell you that this is the way it is being done. You tell them you should be in control. You are the one that is putting the money down. You should say, this is the way, this is how I want my thing to be done. Nobody should dictate to you. By the time you start letting them know that you are the one paying for them to survive, they will start listening to you. I really don't have much strength today. Please bear with me. I really appreciate your support, your comment. Please, I will be able to, maybe I should be able to come up with something when my voice gets better, midweek or next week, this coming weekend. So please bear with me. If you have any questions today, please, you can, within the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be rounding up. I'm not going to stay long. I'm really I'm struggling with my voice today, and I really want you to bear with me. It's not the best of sound of my voice. I want you to just please bear with me. It's not very unlike me. We are going to together make it. We will get to our destination. We will make it. Whatever this is June. We are starting July tomorrow. Let's make sure that something substantial is the focus that we have. We are resilient people, very hardworking, forward thinking. We are very positive in our approach. Remember the way you got to that country where you are. You remember how you are able to get your papers regularized. You remember the difficult days, the difficult times, how you go through the week, you went through the weeks, and you didn't know how you can survive that week with the little money that is in your hand, yet you are able to survive it. You remember how you move from house to house. You remember before you get settled. You remember how you scout with friends. How there's such embarrassment that you got. You got to look at all this and look at it, look back and see where you are coming from. And when you look at where you're coming from, you should be able to know and have a kind of positive plan as to what you are going forward, what you are going to do. So I am going to stop here. I'm really struggling with my voice. I want you to bear with me. I would have loved to stay longer than this, but because of his nature is calling on my voice. So I am going to stop here. So until we see next during the week or next Sunday, this is your best friend, your one and only friend that gives you positive touch, positive news, and gives you and raise your rising, raise your plan. Oh, happy so. Hello, Olori. I really have a very bad voice today. You could see that I'm struggling. You're welcome. I was trying to put across a message of the deed. I've had a very disturbing news during the week. One young man has been swindled of his land. You remember I told you, it's not even about the land, the government acquisition land. There are quite a few, right? Yeah, there are quite a few people that have been defrauded of their money. They sold the land for the young man in Lekki. The man did the foundation, did raft, did everything. First ground floor completed, and started the first floor. Was about to get do the roof, and the task force, Lagos State task force, just surrounded all the workmen and rounded them up, took them away. Oh, thank you. Took them away and they locked them up. And the place has been sealed up because the land has been passed through, has been exchanged between four people, and there's somebody who filed a case in court still on this property, and the man that is abroad did not know that this has happened. They did a fake document, fake deed of assignment, and everything with seal. Our people are very clever. So the man, your guess is as good as mine. The man has lost everything now. So I want you to be careful. I mentioned on this forum a couple of weeks or last week, there are a couple of lands that are coming up very cheap, very cheap. When the land is too cheap, please don't go for it. When somebody say come to Lagos, come and buy land very close to Dangote, oil refinery is not far from the place. It's all lies. They will take your money and run. You will not be able to locate them. And if you want to buy any land, let them find out, let them investigate. This is getting common nowadays. People are being defrauded of their land. They are making fake papers, especially those people who don't know what some genuine document is. We are familiar with document. I know in Western world was a document. 99% of documents they present to you are quite genuine, but only 1% might be fake. But we don't come across fake documents. But our people are very clever and smart when it comes to fraud. So please don't fall victim of all this cheap land. When somebody say come and buy 2 million naira a plot of land in Lekki, it is lie. When somebody say come and buy a plot of land for 2 million in Aja, is a lie. You cannot buy a land of 2 million in Lekki nowadays without I'm telling you, let's keep it that way. So I'm going to stop here today. Please, I'm really sorry. I struggled with this 40 minutes. I want you guys to be. This is July. We are taking tomorrow. It's not too late. July, August, September, October, November should be your year, should be your month. I want to be hearing, by the time we come back together on this forum again, I want to be hearing that I will have fallen victim of fake landowners, fake estate agents, fake people that owns an estate that said they want to sell a plot of land for you, an estate. I know of somebody who paid 2 million naira or 1 million naira last year. They have not distributed. They said they are going to distribute the land. They haven't got the land yet, and I'm really sorry. I don't want you guys to fall victim of this horrible practice that they are doing in Nigeria. So the land acquisition, please investigate. Tell them you want to do a deed of assignment. Get the service of a solicitor, and you can make sure that your solicitor, even if it's not a fake solicitor, they will do a proper thorough search for you, and then you will not fall victim. So there are so many cheap land that are running about now that people are trying to parade to sell for anybody who don't know, have a clue of the process of acquiring a land, especially when you are abroad. So the government seized land, government acquired land that they want to build oil pipe to pass through the place. Obviously, when the oil pipe wants to pass through the place, they don't want bunkering, so it's government that owns the land. So I'm going to stop here. Thank you guys. Wish me well. I'm going to come back very strong on Sunday with a lovely topic and good discussion. Until we see next week, or until we see on Sunday, please, you are the best of the best of the best that came out from Nigeria, that came out from Ghana, that came out from Ethiopia, that came out from Kenya. You are the best, and you are the best that can happen to yourself. The best is yours, because you cannot be a layabout or lazy person and stay back. Like anybody who has been very hardworking in Nigeria or from Africa before, when they get to Western world, when they get to abroad, they tend to use that resilience, that strength, that ability, that intelligence, that aura that they came, that toughness that they have from Africa, and that is the one that is keeping them going. When times are hard, that resilience is the one that keeps them going. When times are tough, that strong strength, ability, that resilience, that toughness that's in you, that has made you to survive all the difficult times in that country, is keeping you going. And I want you to look at it that the best is still coming for you. The best is yours. You will not let anybody bring you down. You are the best thing that could happen to yourself. In this next 6 months, I want to hear great report, great news, great information that I bought my land, I've done the foundation, I've done the first floor, I've done the roofing, I've done the plastering, I've done the electric wiring, I've done the decking, I've done the sinking sockaway, I've done the tank, I've done the plumbing, I've done everything, I've done the painting. I'm getting my first tenant into this place. So I'm going to stop here, all right? Until we see on Sunday. Merci beaucoup. You are the best thing that will happen to yourself, okay? So I'm going to stop here. You have a lovely week ahead, a positive, a productive week, and we will see it again on Sunday. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. You are the best and the best of the best. Thank you, all my fans worldwide. Thank you. I'm getting off online now. Thank you very much, and good night. Have a wonderful and pleasant week. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you. All right. Bye bye. See you later. All right. Merci beaucoup. Bye. Bye bye.